Venice and the Alps. Welcome to another crazy ride and welcome to Annecy, where we are now for our French Alps tour north. Because although we are going to do some really nice riding in the French Alps and crossing some famous mountain passes, we know that we can't get to all the nice riding in the French Alps from Annecy. We haven't got a south tour yet, but if you subscribe to our channel and hit that bell, you will be notified as soon as we've got new videos on our channel. Of course, we will share the info on what to do and where to stay in Annecy in the ebook that you can download for free from our website. But in this video, we are showing you our 7 tips on what to do in Annecy. Annecy is the former capital of the Duchy of Geneva. Geneva is only 35 kilometers, 22 miles north of Annecy. And now Annecy is the capital of the department Haute-Savoie in eastern France. The heritage of Annecy is more alpine than French and is particularly visited because of its location at the Lake Annecy, at the foot of the Alps, and because of its very picturesque old city. If you have heard of Annecy, most probably the first thing that comes to mind is this postcard picture of the translucent water with the surrounding mountains. And yes, its location at the far north side of the lake is Annecy's most popular tourist attraction. But we will show you that Annecy has more to offer. But surely, Lake Annecy is the first thing you see when you arrive, and in summer you can definitely take a dip in its crystal clear water and relax on one of the many beaches at its shore. And you can even take a boat trip. It is one of the largest lakes in France and definitely one of the clearest ones in Europe. You can get one of the most beautiful views on the lake and the surrounding mountains here from Le Paquier, this landscape promenade at the shore of the lake. And legend has it that a very generous lady donated this land to the city of Annecy. It's a perfect way to start your visit of Annecy because there's 2 more top things to do close by. Because walking from Le Paquier to the city center, you can cross Le Vassé, this small canal, by the Pont des Amours. And this is one of the most beautiful spots of Annecy, as you have an amazing view at the lake and a beautiful view at the city as well. And this is a spot where lovers often come together for romantic embraces, and many girls have been asked to marry here. A less romantic version of the name of the bridge is that prostitutes used to offer themselves here. This beautiful city park is called Jardin de l'Europe, and especially in summer, perfect for a picnic, sport, or just a stroll, or even a stroll along the lake. Coming from the park going to the historic center of Annecy, you instantly see where the city gets the name La Venise des Alpes from, with the river Thioux running through the city center. Mind you, we also have a Ballon des Vosges tour with Colmar as its central point, which is called La Petite Venise. So it seems like the French really like Venice. But don't just stick to the canals, because there's a lot more to discover in the old city center. One of the most famous and definitely the most photographed buildings in Annecy is this Palais de Lille. It's a beautiful 12th century palace in the middle of this river Le Tillou, and it does resemble a ship in the river a bit. The bridges leading towards this little isle give the whole complex a very picturesque look. This contrasts somewhat with the building's function in earlier times, as it served as a prison first, and then it was used as a mint, court and town hall. And today it houses a museum that tells you more about the palace and its functions. If you have the time and don't mind a bit of a climb, we can definitely recommend to go up to the Château d'Annecy, a beautiful historical landmark. The castle is in quite reasonable condition and you can see the thick walls. And nowadays it houses a bit of a strange mix of exhibits, but we think it's definitely worth to come up to visit the chateau. Until the Middle Ages, the city was situated here on top of this small rise, but in 1107 a new city began to develop at the foot of the castle on either side of the river Tillou, which is now the old historic centre of Annecy. There are many places here to have a drink or something to eat, and of course you can try some real Savoie dishes here, like tartiflette, cheese fondue and fish from the lake. But we want to end this video with one last tip, because Annecy is very nice to stroll around, but it's better to do that with the best ice cream in town, because here at Le Glacier des Alpes they have 45 different flavors, and it's even considered to be the best ice cream shop in the whole of France. We visited Annecy for the first time a few years back when we were out on a ride with our English friends from Morzine, where we are now going for lunch in our right one. And well, we fell in love with Annecy, so that's why we chose Annecy as the central point of our French Alps North tour. And of course we will also share our recommendations on where to stay in Annecy, and that will be in the middle of your screen, so keep going crazy now. And then we hope that you liked this video, and if you did, please hit that like button, subscribe and hit that bell as well. So we will see you on our next crazy ride.